Are you looking for the best soundbars for music of 2025? In this video we will look at some of the 6 best soundbars on the market. Before we get started with our video, we have included links in the description, so make sure you check those out to see which one is in your budget range. Starting at number 1. Samsung HWQ990F. The Samsung HWQ990F is the best soundbar for music that we've tested. This bar is the successor to the popular Samsung HWQ990D and, thanks to its versatile sound, it's the perfect choice for all kinds of genres, from classics to modern-day pop. Although the differences between them are small, the HWQ990F's redesigned sealed subwoofer doesn't chuff with deep bass frequencies like the previous model. The sub can reproduce a thumpy low bass that brings genres like EDM and hip-hop to life with satisfying boom on kick drums. At the same time, its mids are quite neutral, so vocals and instruments like guitars and pianos sound clear and natural in mixes. If you crave a different sound, you're in luck. This bar has a lot of customization features, like a 7-band graphic EQ and presets to help you fine-tune its sound. It also has a room correction feature to optimize its output based on your room's unique acoustics. And, if that's not enough, the bar can get loud enough to fill a large room, which is great for parties. There's even tap sound support, so you can easily launch into your favorite tunes just by tapping your phone to the bar once connected via Bluetooth. It also supports Roon, a third-party app for managing your lossless audio library, alongside built-in Spotify, AirPlay, Chromecast, and Wi-Fi, for easy audio playback. While it's hard to rival this bar, if you don't need as many customization features, you'll want to consider premium competitors like the Sonos Ultimate Immersive Set with Arc Ultra. It's a great alternative, especially if you already own audio products in the manufacturer's ecosystem. However, it isn't as customizable as the Samsung since it lacks a graphic EQ. Overall, the Samsung performs marginally better across the board, with the exception of the soundstage, where the Sonos boasts a slightly wider sound. At number 2. Samsung HWQ930D. The Samsung HWQ930D is a great alternative if you want a standout performance at a more affordable price. This bar is a great value buy, especially since it offers many of the same functions and features as the more premium Samsung HWQ990F. Right out of the box, this bar brings a clear and accurate reproduction of voices and lead instruments in all your favorite tracks, from vocal-centric pop to bass-heavy EDM and hip-hop. Its dedicated subwoofer also brings out all the thump and rumble in the bass. At least in the US, it seems to be available only through Best Buy and the manufacturer's website. You'll find many of the same sound customization tools as with the more premium HWQ990F. For example, its room correction feature automatically adjusts the sound to the unique needs of your listening space. If you prefer to switch it up on your own, there's a 7-band graphic EQ available in its companion app, so you can brighten the treble and bring more boom in the bass. This bar doesn't get quite as loud as its more premium cousin, though, and there's more compression when you push it to max volume, which muddies audio reproduction a bit. Still, it's worth a look for music lovers who want versatility and the ability to watch multi-channel content. At number 3. Samsung HWQ900C. Looking for a more affordable setup? Don't have room for satellites? You're in luck. The Samsung HWQ900C is another great pick for rocking out to your favorite tunes, and it comes with a lot of the same features as the manufacturer's more premium counterparts. You can access many premium sound customization features, including bass and treble adjustments and a graphic EQ. Its room correction tool is also designed to optimize its output based on your room's acoustics. With a clean and clear sound right out of the box, this soundbar is suitable for all your favorite music. Unlike the more premium models on our list, though, this setup lacks discrete satellite speakers. This can be a plus, especially if you don't have a lot of space behind your couch. If you're just listening to stereo content like music, you probably won't need satellites in the first place. However, this bar doesn't shine as bright with other content like surround sound compared to the Samsung HWQ930D and the Samsung HWQ990F. If you want satellites for better surround sound performance for watching concerts mixed in 5.1, the LG S90TR is worth looking into, but it doesn't sound quite as balanced out of the box as the Samsung and doesn't get as loud. So, it'll depend on your listening habits as to whether this is a fair trade-off or not. Keep in mind that if you're also a movie lover, you can always add satellites to the Samsung separately, which is a nice touch. At number 4. TCL Q85H. The TCL Q85H is our pick for a lower mid-range soundbar that's great for music. While it lacks the same level of wireless compatibility as the Samsung HWQ900C, you can still connect to Bluetooth and AirPlay 2 sources for music. Thanks to its multiple HDMI ports, you can play back music from your smart TV, console, or PC, so you won't go without a soundtrack. It sounds great too, with ample low end and a 7.1.4 configuration that creates a good stereo soundstage. If you have concerts mixed in surround sound formats or in 3D formats like Dolby Atmos, the soundbar can handle those too with solid results. Its dedicated app includes EQ presets and bass and treble sliders to alter the sound somewhat, but it's still a concession compared to the graphic EQ on the HWQ900C. Nevertheless, out of the box, the soundbar has room correction and a high-end build. It gets loud, and even at max volume, it retains the dynamics of your music, so you can have a dance party and feel the bass. On the other hand, if you're more interested in stereo mixes and aren't concerned with 5.1 surround concerts, the 3.1.3 setup on the LG SC9S is another option. It has a slightly more balanced sound out of the box with greater wireless connectivity than the TCL, but it has to downmix surround audio, and its center channel isn't as balanced either. At number 5. Hisense AX5125H. The Hisense AX5125H is a great value proposition for those looking for a 5.1.2 setup that'll enhance your music listening experience at a comparatively low price point. This bar offers a balanced frequency response across the full range, with the dedicated sub injecting some punch into kick drums without impacting vocal and instrument clarity. It can get loud enough to fill up the average living room too, without any of the noticeable compression that can cause pumping artifacts. While there are EQ presets and bass/treble adjustments, so you can tune the sound to your taste, the Hisense lacks features like room correction found on the TCL Q85H. The two discrete rear speakers make for a solid surrounds performance, which can provide some width to the sound when listening to live concert performances. Plus, it's equipped with Bluetooth for easy music streaming from your phone or laptop, though there's no Wi-Fi or integration with streaming services like Spotify. If you don't care about Atmos audio or don't want rear satellites that take up space, the Samsung HWB750D offers a balanced sound with a graphic EQ, though there's no app, so you'll need to use the remote to navigate it on its interface. This soundbar, unfortunately, has less support for different formats than the Hisense, but for the bargain hunter, it sounds good out of the box with side-firing drivers to widen the soundstage, and it's well built. At number 6. Sonos Beam, Gen 2. Whether in a small room or a tight apartment, the Sonos Beam, Gen 2, is a great pick that won't take up a lot of space. It has the same compact design as the original Sonos Beam, measuring under 26 inches in width, with a sleek and premium style that blends in easily with your decor. Compared to its predecessor, it supports Dolby Atmos content frequently found on streaming platforms and Blu-ray discs. Using psychoacoustic principles, it stretches sound well past the edges of the bar itself, so you get a wide and immersive sounding experience with your audio, just like if you were seated right in the middle of the action. Like the premium Sonos Arc Ultra, this soundbar has many customization tools, including a TruePlay room correction feature that adjusts audio output based on your room's acoustics. Voices and lead instruments are clear right out of the box, but its bass and treble adjustments give you extra control over its sound. Bass lovers can add on a separate sub if they want, and Sonos sells compatible satellites, to the full Sonos Beam, Gen 2, with Sub Mini Plus 1 SL speakers is a great option if you have space for the extra components. Of course, compared to the Arc Ultra, this smaller soundbar doesn't get quite as loud and can't reproduce as much height in the soundstage. That said, it's still a solid pick overall.